They called him the Manassa Mauler, and he dominated the boxing world like no other heavyweight. But who was Jack Dempsey, and why is his legacy still celebrated by fight fans and historians alike? In the history of boxing, a few names are as legendary as Jack Dempsey. With his fierce fighting style and record-breaking victories, Dempsey became the face of heavyweight boxing in the 1920s and 30s. But what was it about Dempsey that made him stand out from the rest? Was he truly the greatest heavyweight of the 20th century? Join us today as we explore the legacy of Jack Dempsey and delve into what made him the greatest heavyweight of the 20th century. Let's get started. Early in life, Jack Dempsey was already showing signs of being a unique individual. Born in Manassa, Colorado on June 24, 1895, to a family of Irish immigrants, he became known as Kid Blackie due to his jet black hair. As a child, he had two jobs, working as a part-time blacksmith and delivering mail by horseback, and attending school only sporadically. At the age of 16, Dempsey left home and began to drift across the country, where he worked various odd jobs such as cattle herding, lumberjacking, and railroad construction. It was during this period that Dempsey began his boxing career, which would ultimately take him to stardom. He fought under several different aliases in order to keep his true identity hidden from potential opponents who might otherwise be intimidated by his success. Dempsey eventually made it back home to Colorado and quickly gained notoriety for his fighting prowess. In 1914, at 19 years old, he won the World Middleweight Championship at the Grand Coliseum in Salt Lake City, when he knocked out reigning champion Fred Fulton in less than 3 rounds. His victory set him up for even more extraordinary achievements in the years ahead and established him as one of the greatest boxers of all time. Dempsey made his professional debut in 1914 and was undefeated for the first 7 years of his career. The championship fight between Jack Dempsey and Jess Willard is one of the most iconic boxing matches in history. On July 4, 1919, Dempsey stepped into the ring to face an opponent who was larger, stronger, and had a longer reach. Jess Willard had been a champion before, and he was confident that his experience would be enough to defeat the younger challenger. But just 3 rounds into the fight, it was clear that Dempsey's power and strength were too much for Willard to handle. In total, he was knocked down 7 times over the course of 2 minutes and 4 seconds, and was eventually declared unable to continue by the referee. The fight cemented Jack Dempsey's status as one of the greatest heavyweight boxers in history, a title he still holds today. His dominance over Jess Willard has become legendary, with many experts noting that Dempsey's performance showed an extraordinary combination of speed, agility, and power, qualities that are rarely found together in such an impressive package.
He's knocked out, and he's hardly strength enough to rise and shake hands with his conqueror.
Jack Dempsey's victory over Jess Willard on July 4, 1919, remains one of the most memorable events in sporting history. During his championship reign, Dempsey defended his title 6 times and had notable victories against challengers such as Georges Carpentier, Luis Angel Firpo, Tommy Gibbons, Jack Sharkey, and Gene Tunney. Between 1916 and 1927, Dempsey participated in 77 fights with 68 victories, 51 by knockout. Dempsey's fame reached unprecedented heights with his long count fight against Luis Firpo in 1923. This fight saw Dempsey knocked down by Firpo before recovering and eventually winning by knockout, establishing himself as a bona fide superstar in the process. He was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 1990 for his remarkable achievements during his boxing career.
The International Boxing Hall of Fame.
In addition to being one of the greatest heavyweights of all time, his impact on the boxing world is still prominent today. Dempsey was a larger-than-life figure who symbolized what it meant to be a champion both inside and outside the ring. He'll always be remembered as one of the most influential figures in boxing history, and one of the greatest heavyweight champions of the 20th century. Dempsey revolutionized the sport with his aggressive style and relentless pursuit of victory. He fought with high-octane energy and determination that thrilled audiences around the world. His most legendary fights were against Luis Firpo and Gene Tunney, two fighters whose reputations were bolstered by their battles with Dempsey. He also played a major role in popularizing televised boxing matches, growing the audience of fans, and making it one of the most watched sports in history. On top of that, Dempsey was also a major figure in other facets of modern boxing culture. His flair for showmanship influenced generations of fighters who followed him, many of whom adopted similar theatrics for their own pre-fight routines. His rivalry with Gene Tunney served as an inspiration for films like Raging Bull and Cinderella Man, which helped introduce new fans to boxing's rich history. And today, there are still countless boxers carrying on Jack Dempsey's legacy by competing with his trademark intensity and passion for competition. Overall, Jack Dempsey stands out as one of the all-time greatest heavyweights due to both his achievements in the ring and his lasting influence outside it. In many ways, he's changed the face of boxing forever, a fitting legacy for one of its biggest stars. The retirement of Jack Dempsey from the world of professional boxing was a bittersweet moment for many fans. After a long and successful career, he announced his decision to retire in 1927 due to age and health-related issues. This marked the end of one of the greatest heavyweight champions of the 20th century. As the undisputed heavyweight champion of the 20th century, Dempsey was a symbol of power and strength, inspiring generations of aspiring boxers to achieve greatness. He made history by becoming the first boxer to ever earn more than $1 million for a single fight when he faced off against Georges Carpentier in 1921. Dempsey's powerful right-hand punch earned him the nickname the Manassa Mauler, which still resonates today amongst boxers and fans alike. But his legacy extends beyond just his boxing records. He was well known for his generous acts outside of the ring, such as donating money to those affected by Great Depression and getting involved in humanitarian causes around the world. Additionally, he opened up a number of restaurants alongside movie mogul Darryl F. Zanuck and Broadway star Eddie Dowling, where he served traditional home-style cooking. His charisma and impact outside of the ring were so great that he helped shape boxing to become the global sport it is today. Ultimately, Jack Dempsey is remembered as one of the greatest boxers of all time, and his legacy lives on through generations that continue to idolize him. His story inspires those who strive for greatness, showing them that success can come out of even the most difficult situations when you put your heart and soul into it. Like and subscribe, and comment down below if you think Jack Dempsey is a boxing GOAT or not. Be sure to press the bell icon for more videos like this, and like always, thank you for watching.